Shooting Kid, where you been?
Work.
Welcome to the channel today, folks. Do appreciate you stopping by. Before we go any further, I've got this I want you to listen to. Hey friends, we just connected with Sportsman's Warehouse, America's premier outfitter. Why would you want to shop at those other two places? You know where we're talking about. America's premier outfitter. Welcome back, Shooting Kid.
Thank you.
All right, so most of you know that we live in Central Texas, and one of the problems we have around, especially in the summertime, are those nasty red wasps. Now, the first year we were out here, a couple years ago, we battled red wasps for a few days. I'll roll in a little bit of footage from a video that we did a couple of years ago.
It's actually really fun.
Yeah, it was real fun. And we've been able to keep things at bay for a year and a half, almost 2 years since then. But this year, I guess because we had a little bit of extra water, rain, wasps were just like everywhere. So we've been trying to stay on top of it, but it's been tough. Now, one of the techniques I'm going to show you today can be applied to just about anywhere around the country. I've got a little spatula, a pair of scissors. Yeah, putty knife, okay. And copper-coated Scotch-Brite scrubbing pads. And what we have in Texas with our, brick houses are little weep holes at the bottom. And those nasty little wasps love getting inside the weep holes. And when they do that, they get up inside. And the other day I was in the bedroom and I could hear that's because they've gotten up inside the weep hole and they're trying to build a nest, and I can't have that. Now, we can't just simply plug over the weep hole because those things are designed to let moisture come out because there's, humidity in the air and all that, and there's an air gap between the side of the house and the brick, and you got to let that moisture out, otherwise mold grows, so we don't want to plug that up. But with our handy-dandy Scotch-Brite, well, let me just show you. Okay, there's a pretty good sized weep hole down there. Boy, pardon those cicadas, man. Those things are loud. Anyway, I'm gonna go shut those stupid things up. Okay, so you can see by my little putty knife spatula thing, it goes in pretty deep. And again, you don't want to plug this up permanently. You want to only put something to screen it off. Copper works great. Now these Brillo pads kind of just unravel a little bit. So do that. And there, see? They're rolled. Take your scissors and cut off, about that much. Just like that. And then you're going to shove it in the weep hole, over the top of the weep hole. Take your putty knife, stick it right in there. And that, my friends, is enough to keep the bugs, the wasps anyway, and geckos and things out of that weep hole. So I strongly recommend it. It works well. Okay, on to another one. Okay, here's another weep hole right here, but this is a perfect example of another area between the foundation and the brickwork where wasps and flying things can go in there. As a matter of fact, one flew in there just before I set up this camera, and I'm going to see if I can get him out. Nah, he's probably burrowing in up inside of here somewhere, and I can't seem to get it out. But what we will do is take our handy-dandy Brillo pad, unroll some of that. Now that's a smaller hole. I'm going to cover the weep hole as well as this crack down here. I'm kind of hoping he flies out, because then I won't trap him in there. But you know what? There you go. Trim that off. If we do trap them, we trap them. Shove that in there. Now you pretty much have to do this with every single weep hole that you can find where it's most likely going to be cool, shaded like it is here, and damp, because that's where they're going to go. They like water just like the rest of us. They like coolness just like the rest of us. Here, trying to get this out. I'll take a little piece of this, and that's where, the habitat. If you guys are into hunting and all that, you always think about habitat and where your pests, or in this case, yeah, this case it's pests, but in hunting cases it's your quarry, let's see, or the game, if you will. Shove that in there. I'm basically going to trap that guy in there. No, that doesn't go through. All right, so all you got to do is go along every single one of these little cracks down here, and you be rest assured you won't be hearing buzzing in the bedroom anymore. That'll pretty much do. All right, and then another problem we have is not only in those weepholes, but
Downspouts.
Downspout, like you saw on that video. Oop, yeah, so there's a red wasp flying around over there. So we're gonna take you, and rather than using poison this time, one of our viewers said, try hot boiling water. So I'm gonna get a kettle of water boiling, and we're gonna pour it down and see what happens. Wish us luck.
Red wasps, they get in here, so they usually just fly out from the bottom or the top here. And so there's this joint right here, and usually they'll build a nest right about in here, or even on here sometimes. And so when you knock on it, it'll disrupt them, and these red wasps will get all pissed off in here and start flying out the bottom spout or at the top. So wherever there's usually a joint, which would be here and here, there'd be a nest in there and there, most likely.
That was pretty satisfying, don't you think?
That was very effective.
Yeah, so if you have wasps and they're stuck in your downspout and you don't really want to use poison, although you could use that wasp spray, that does work pretty good as well.
The wasp poison though didn't work as well as the hot water did though.
Yeah, that's pretty true. It took a little while for the poison spray to take effect. The boiling water just cooked them in place, and they fell out. A couple of them buzzed around just a little bit and then died. Boiled them to death. So, yep. Getting rid of those nasty red wasps, boiling water.
Boiling water.
Okay.
100%.
And then when you need to get rid of them out of your weep holes, or actually any crack inside your house or up in the fixtures or something where you might find, not only does it work well on wasps, but any kind of creepy crawly thing, even the what do we call them around here? The little lizard-like things?
Oh, geckos?
Yeah, the geckos. It works well on the geckos because they don't like getting by the copper. So, okay, with these guys, don't use steel wool. It'll just rust. Use, at minimum, copper-cladded steel like this is, or pure copper if you can find the pads that are pure copper, because the copper won't rust. It just kind of patinas, and it lasts a very long time, and it's very inexpensive, and it keeps the bugs out. Now, you might actually trap some bugs inside with this as well. So,
Make sure your house is clear.
Yeah, or just let them die inside there.
Yeah.
All right, that's all we had for you today. Got anything else?
Nope.
All right. We love you guys. Thank you so much. If you're a subscriber, you're awesome. If you're a Patreon patron, you guys are great. And if you're not a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Press the subscribe button. You'll learn a lot of things around here. And if you're not a Patreon patron, consider doing it because you can contribute directly to the things that we do here on the Shooting Guy channel. We just recently had a giveaway for our Patreon patrons because they selected items that we would review and we gave it away to them. So if you're a Patreon patron, you can be a part of that as well. Yeah. All right. God bless you.
God bless America.
May America bless God. Thanks, Shooting Kid.
Yep. most we find them, and you just have to knock on some metal here, just like that. Get it, knock on the wood. Okay.